So welcome back. We're speaking about Chapter 10 of Healing America's Narratives. We'll just jump right in, considering some of the early hints about who Donald Trump is and was long before he ever ran for the presidency. As Jonathan Rauch points out in his book, The Constitution of Knowledge, and refers to a 2004 NBC News interview with Chris Matthews. And Trump expressed his admiration for the Bush campaign's very effective swift boat strategy against John Kerry in 2004. Kerry was a Vietnam vet, 3 Purple Hearts, a Bronze Star, Silver Star. And basically they discredited John Kerry, even though Bush had never really served in the military except that in the National Guard. And Kerry was a combat veteran. And Trump referred to the Bush strategy, which is now known as the Swift Boat campaign against Kerry, as maybe the best, this is a quote, maybe the best spin I've ever seen, end quote, and brilliant. And when Matthews then asked him about, Vice President Dick Cheney's insinuation that voting for Kerry in 2004 would be like voting for another attack, another 9/11 type attack on America, Donald Trump responded, well, it's a terrible statement unless he gets away with it. Quote, that's a quote. So it's a terrible statement unless he gets away with it. So those two comments about the Swift Boat campaign against John Kerry, and then again about Dick Cheney's threatening America with the prospect of a John Kerry presidency, those were great examples of lessons learned by Donald Trump from his political mentor, if not muse, Roy Cohn, who was a disbarred, convicted, and discredited attorney who was Senator Joseph McCarthy's chief counsel in the 1950s. So Cohn's rules of engagement as an attorney and as a political, infighter, according to attorney James Zurin, who is self-identifies as a lifelong Republican, Cohn practiced counterattacking and undermining your adversary if you're charged with anything, working the press, lying, repeating the lie over and over, settling the case if it's a lawsuit, and then claiming victory. That's an example of the type of training that Trump received from Cohn. And the folks at the Washington Post, Glenn Kessler, Salvador Rizzo, and Meg Kelly, refer to that kind of reasoning and what Trump practiced as a candidate and as a president as, quote, a hallmark of authoritarian regimes to call truth into question except as the regime defines it. A great example of that is Vladimir Putin in Russia. And Putin, as we know, is someone that Trump had a great deal of admiration for. So, none of this is made up. All right. Now we can argue about how to interpret, Cohn as Trump's mentor, Trump's comments about lying and spinning, and it's okay as long as you can get away with it. But these are things that were part of his formation as a chronologically adult male. So we'll see how that played out again in the COVID pandemic and in some of the other issues that arose during his presidency and when he lost to Joe Biden in 2020. So again, thank you for tuning in. I will see you the next time.